Walmart the other day. I couldn't remember where I parked. I told you that.
Yeah, I go through the same thing. All the time. Actually, it's weird, not so much anymore, but like when I would take your car, for whatever reason, I could never remember where I parked.
Yeah, whatever. I'm older. For you, that's no excuse.
What do you mean? It happens.
No, but I was no, but I was like
dazed and confused?
yes, I was. I was dazed and confused. Like, I literally came out of Walmart yesterday and I was like, it wasn't like I don't know where I am, but I was just kind of like, okay, like my brain had to catch up to like my bodily function, like direction,
What?
like my compass. It was so weird.
Like you were lagging?
Yeah, like it's like buffering. Buffering. Hang on, stop, It was so weird. I had to stop and like kind of get my bearings.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest feeling.
No, that happens sometimes where like you just
So
go
strange.
blank for a moment.
Yeah.
You're like, where am I? What am I doing?
Yes, exactly. It was so strange. But welcome everybody to episode 43 of the Tay and Tristan Hour.
Yes.
We are so happy that you guys are able to join us this week. We are getting back on track with being consistent again with putting out episodes every week. 'Cause we were slacking.
Yeah.
And I can't have that.
We can't have that.
No, we cannot. We can't have that. No.
Speaking of dazed and confused, do you remember when I don't know what we were just out somewhere in the car and somebody was like smoking weed in like a car next to us or something somewhere. I don't know exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know if we were in the car or if we were walking somewhere and somebody was smoking. I don't remember. But I remember on the ride back we both started giggling.
Oh, I know perfectly what happened that day.
Yeah, we both got a contact high.
Oh, my Lord.
And I remember we came up and parked in the driveway and we're just giggling the whole time.
That was so terrible. I don't even know if we want to say we had a contact. It was crazy. Okay, so this is what happened. So we were at Walmart on 103rd Street. And we had the sunroof open on the car, but we actually had it like closed when we went in, right? I had everything closed on the car. We came back out and there was a car parked next to us. And the guy, I guess that was just the potency of it, I guess. And he was just smoking away.
Yeah.
And so, it was hot. So, but we just wanted kind of like to feel the air. There was a little bit of a breeze.
Yeah.
And so we opened up the windows of the car and we're getting ready to leave. We rolled down the windows and we opened up the sunroof, completely open it. But it was just like his smoke. Like,
Yeah.
it just like came all throughout the car. But we didn't like sit there. Just to clarify, we did not sit there.
No, it wasn't on purpose.
And, like trying to. It was not in any way purposeful at all. And so like we're just driving. I was like, man, that's strong. Like it gave me a headache. I was like, that is ridiculous. Yeah. And so we're driving and we're coming back home. We're down 103rd. And me and Tristan are usually like we're really chatty.
Yeah.
Like when me and Tristan are together, we're chatty and we talk about a lot of different stuff. And so like we were quiet. Kind of like on the way home, we were just like kind of calm. Yeah. And I was like, do you feel weird? I was like, I don't know. Did we kind of get a contact off of that? It's like, it was just, we weren't even there that long, you know? And then, as soon like, yeah, when we pulled in, we were like,
just giggling.
I was like, wow, it was crazy. I do remember that.
Yeah.
That's been like over a year or so.
No, that was like a few years ago.
It's been like a couple years
ago. Yeah.
It's like it's been a couple of years ago. Yeah. I was like, I don't like going to 103rd Walmart. I don't. It's ghetto.
Yeah, I found a bag of powder one night when I went there.
there. Yeah.
It was like a bag of cocaine or meth or something.
Yeah. It's not a good
ground.
place. It's not a safe Walmart. I don't like going over there.
No.
Mm-mm. I don't.
You know it's a bad Walmart when they have like security there.
Yeah, and they have security inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, I don't like it. But I went to Collins Walmart today, which is supposed to be like the nicer kind of Walmart on this side of town. And they had security in there today.
Yeah, my girlfriend actually said that is also a ghetto Walmart.
Yeah, it's
That
kind
there
of
was like shootings and stuff over there. I was like, what are you talking about? This is the nice Walmart. What do you mean?
no.
It's nice compared to 103rd Street.
Yeah,
guess,
but the nicest Walmart I think is over where
on Shops Lane.
Shops Lane is like the nice South Side nice Walmart.
But
so.
there's another one over in like Durbin Park. Sorry for people who don't have any idea what we're talking about.
We're just
This is a regional conversation.
We're like, forget y'all. Yeah, yes. What Walmart is the nice
but
one? Yes.
the one over in like Durbin Park is really cool because the
Yes.
front of it is like a house.
Yeah, it's like extremely bougie, very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice over there. Well, I mean, you get what you get. I mean, as long as there's a Walmart around, but you have to be very careful. Like, I don't go to 103rd Walmart at night. Heck no. I don't even like going there in the daytime. But
It's not that bad.
Oh no, I don't like going over there. No. Me and Johnny went over there after church on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this dude threatening one of the workers over there.
Really?
I was like, yeah. And I told John, I said, now, see, the Lord is telling you this is why we don't come to this Walmart. And we have not been back into that Walmart since.
Really? When was that?
This was like a month or two ago. It's like threatening, and I mean threatening like one of the workers in front of his kids. It was crazy. It was
but that happens that just happens at Walmart though.
Yeah.
Like you see conflicts happening once in a while.
Yeah, this is in this conversation, just so we can kind of segue into one of the first. We're going to get to like another segment. I know you wanted to talk about Gene Hackman, and I want to get to that too. But I kind of wanted to hit on really quick, like how people like when people are confrontational, right? So, me and Mom were at the store the other day, and we were when I go to the store, okay, I'll kind of start like this. When I go to the store, I love to listen to the music, whether you want to call it Walmart music or whatever, any kind of store I'm in. I love to sing and dance when I go to the store. It's not embarrassing, but I was with Mom the other day, and we were in IGA, and I was just at the counter. I was like, was it a Rod Stewart song? Maybe, but I don't know.
Sing it.
If you want my body
And you think I'm sexy.
come on, sugar, let me know.
Yeah.
And I was dancing, to it. But there was like another song, and I saw another couple that was like, like they were dancing and grooving to music. And then like there's certain people I'll pick out in the store, and they're like kind of, just, I see joy. Mm-hmm. There are other people where like they just look miserable and so unhappy. Yeah. And like you'll try to like communicate and say hi or something to people, and there's a lot of I've seen there's like a lot of mean people out there. There's not people that are very engaging now, and I don't know if it's because of just what's kind of going on in the world right now, or if people are just very unhappy. I don't know what it is. And just life stressors or what, but me and Mom were kind of having that conversation. Like,
do you think generally people are unhappier throughout the world nowadays?
I think people, they're so focused on just basic like life necessities and what am I doing from day to day that I think, a lot of people don't take the time to just try to enjoy and be grateful every day. I do. Mm-hmm. I think that people are so focused on task and things they have to get done from day to day that they don't take the time to be grateful for what they have, or just grateful for each day that they wake up. Very simple things. And being grateful for very simple things in life can bring you joy.
That's true.
And I think people gloss over that.
Well, some people just can't see that because they're feeling whatever they're going through. Mm-hmm. not impossible for them to be grateful, but they like don't even, their brain doesn't even go there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which, sometimes, something happens in your life or you're in a bad mood or whatever. You're not thinking of being grateful.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you can be clouded by that.
But well, you mean being clouded by your emotions then, or your feelings?
Or I guess, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, but that's
or just whatever's going on in your life. Like your brain won't even go there sometimes,
Well, yeah, I mean, I can understand that because I think your feelings are so overwhelming that it's difficult to see kind of like a clearing, I guess, if you want to say it.
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult to see a clearing or like to be grateful because people, I think, sometimes get into the mindset of, well, life sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
And situations. I don't like when people say life sucks. Situations suck.
Yeah.
It's not life. You know what I'm saying? If you kind of break
but
it down.
some people, their whole life has been suck.
Yeah, well,
they've never seen anything good.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Or maybe they've had some good moments, but the whole entirety of their life is so bad that they might not even recognize good things.
That's very true. Yeah, I don't discount that. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean that you can't find something. But don't you agree that waking up each day is something to be grateful for? Even if an individual has had a life where like they can't control a situation that they've been born into, right?
Yeah.
Whatever that situation is. But the fact that you can wake up every single day. Okay.
Yeah.
And even if it's a bad situation, some people are like, why would I be grateful for that?
Mm-hmm.
But you're still waking up. The gift of being alive. And being grateful that you still live in a country that's free. A lot of people don't have that.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's putting life in perspective. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but some people can't afford to do that. Realistically, like we're comfortable enough. We're not rich by any means.
No, we're not.
But we're comfortable enough in life to be able to think about those things. People that are in like severe poverty,
mm-hmm.
they can't afford to even think about those kind of things because they're just thinking about survival.
But we before I had you, me and Mom were in a situation like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Mom wasn't working, I wasn't working, and we were minutes away from being homeless.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't have a lot of food. We were practically starving. Like, I couldn't go and buy clothes. Mom wasn't getting money. I mean, we didn't, Mom was very sick at the time. And, it was a very difficult time. And it wasn't something that we just went through for like a week or two. Mm-hmm. I mean, this was like years. It was not, and it's hard. And I get it. Like, it's hard to find like joy in that.
Mm-hmm. But
we still had each other,
mm-hmm.
And, we were grateful to have family. But Mom tried to make it work.
Yeah.
And she didn't know what she was going to do, and at the time, her dad, stepped in at least so she didn't lose her house.
Yeah.
But, and I mean, I tried to work part-time and you just try to, it is survival. You're right.
Yeah.
It is. But just being grateful that you're able to work. That's what I'm talking about. It's trying to find, there's always a way to try to find something positive in any situation. Like, mm-hmm. I think sometimes we can become like, people kind of get focused on self-pity and become victims of circumstance.
Yeah. And
we get stuck in a victim mentality.
Yeah.
And if I'm a victim and I'm always been a victim, then I will always continue to be a victim.
Mm-hmm.
And if we stay stuck in a mentality like that, you'll never change. So this is where gratitude of just, I woke up today, maybe something can change. You have to kind of work on changing the mindset into something more positive.
Yeah.
And I think gratitude can bring people joy. It can at least change the mindset into something more positive.
Yeah, for sure.
I think so. But I posted a lot of positive things on Facebook today. There's a lot of negative on there. Just about political stuff. I'm not going to go into anything political today. I'm not. But just kind of counteracting it with something that is just positive. And I mentioned something, I posted something referring to like getting out and just listening to music, going for a walk, positive mindset, and when I saw that couple in the store today, like dancing, that stuff me and Johnny do.
Yeah.
We'll just dance in the store to music.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather dance in the store than go to a nightclub. Yeah. That's my nightclub.
Well, I don't know if they'd even let you in.
I'm too old. I'm too old and cheesy. But it's those small things. And I remember me and Johnny were dancing in the store, and this one lady, she walked by us with a cart, and I'm thinking, oh gosh, she's looking at us. She's going to think we're crazy, you know? But no, she was just like, it just made her smile. That's what I'm talking about. It's kind of like I don't see a lot of people out in public, not just in stores, just out in public that maybe don't have like an uplifting.
The thing about that is, though, it can also have the opposite effect on people.
Yeah.
Where they see you having a good, joyful time, and they're like, F them, what are they doing? Why are they having so much fun in the store? What are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Stuff is too high.
No, I'm not. I don't mean just in the store specifically. I'm just saying people will see people having a good time, and because they're going through whatever they're going through, they're like, "Why are you having a good time?" Like it's like aggravating to people.
Do you think that that's why people suppress it? So not that people are unhappy really, but that they don't want to make other people feel uncomfortable because they're happy, even though they may not know their circumstance. Do you think maybe people don't show, like you're just talking about? Do you think people don't show their happiness or do certain things because they don't want to make other people uncomfortable?
Well, it just depends on the kind of person you are. Some people aren't as comfortable outwardly expressing their emotions,
Yeah. Well, I guess so.
Some people like to keep that to themselves. Unless there's some things that you just can't control it.
Yeah.
At points,
Yeah.
Whether it's anger or joy, whatever it is,
Yeah. It seems like there's certain venues where it's acceptable to do those things, like concerts, like football games, It's like people are saying like there's a time and a place like that. Well, who's to say that I can't, dance in the middle of a store or in the middle of my neighborhood or whatever? I mean, it's just, if I get the itch to do it, why can't I do it? Because I'm happy.
Yeah.
And I'm free to do that.
Yeah, of course you are.
And I don't think, I think it's just, if it makes other people uncomfortable, if you're showing that you're happy and you're joyful, it's not an issue with you. It's an issue with them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's something that if you see somebody doing that and you're uncomfortable with it, you need to be doing some self-reflection.
Well, it's projection. They want you, sometimes people might get into a mindset of, I feel terrible, so I want everyone else to feel how I feel.
All right. Yes. Yeah.
Hurt people is
very true.
Kind of a cliche term at this point, but it's true.
It's very true. Yeah. Hurt people. Absolutely.
And it's the same with when you're happy.
Yeah.
You want other people to feel happy.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Why do y'all think I come out of this room at the end of the day and I'm so loud? But I make y'all laugh.
Yeah.
I do. Because if I feel good and I'm happy and I like to laugh, it makes y'all laugh. Y'all feign that y'all are irritated, but y'all love it. I know y'all do. Because I can tell by your reaction. And I know what the days when you guys don't aren't feeling it. So, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But if I'm like down and I'm feeling depressed, then this whole house is quiet. Did you notice that? Like whenever I was kind of down and stuff, it's always quiet in the house. I am the life in this house.
Oh my God.
Me and you are the life in this house. But mainly me.
That's bullcrap.
I make everybody laugh. I do. And the thing is this like I'm really kind of a quiet person though.
Yeah.
I really am. But I try to find joy in anything. So it's just, people are just I've noticed just lately people have been very serious. People, some of the, I'm not saying this is everybody. I'm saying people I have encountered lately. These are just from my own personal observations from people.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just seems like it. It's like,
well, because would you agree that this is the best time to be alive in the history of the world? Because I would say it is.
Why do you think it is?
Because the thing is, life is so much easier now and so much more convenient, but it's also kind of harder in some ways.
Yeah, there's a lot of modern conveniences.
Like
yes,
economic. If we're just talking about like whatever, like economically, I don't even know if that's true actually, because the Great Depression and all that. I'm saying for a lot of people, economically, it's harder.
Yeah,
today.
I agree. Yeah, I think it is harder economically.
But in general, life is a lot easier, at least in America.
Oh, yeah. Say. Yeah, I do. Yeah, there's a lot of modern conveniences. There's easier ways to get things done. It's faster, everything's like an instant click. I do think the internet made certain things easier, but it also there's some cons to it when you kind of look at how people interact. I think that was a negative because people just are not interacting like they should. I miss kind of like, because I'm an 80s baby. Like I was born in late 70s. I grew up in the 80s. Like I loved how things were in the 80s. And I'm sure people that were older than me said they loved growing up in the 50s and the 60s. I mean, who knows? 60s, hippies, whatever.
Yeah.
But I loved growing up in the 80s. I would have to say the 80s and like the 90s were like the best decades. I was a teenager in the 90s. I grew up as a kid in the 80s. Best movies in the 80s. You can watch them now.
What?
They're probably like a little cheesy.
Did you just say the best movies were in the 80s?
Absolutely.
You're crazy.
80s and the 90s. Come on.
No, the 90s, yes. The 80s, no.
No. Oh, come on. Every movie except for a biopic, like a biopic movie about a celebrity or somebody. Every movie that they make now is a remake of a movie from the 70s, 80s, or the 90s.
The bad movies from the 80s.
It's a remake of everything.
The 80s were the worst decade for culture in general.
And if there's any good movie that's made now, it's usually an independent film that doesn't, it's never any, whatever. Don't get me started on that. That's not what this is about. But anyway, then we'll do a whole nother movie podcast, another one that we did. Okay, so I think now the internet ruined kind of like some things. It has some cons to it, but I think I think we're living. I think certain things in our life are more difficult now.
The thing is, I said that, but I can't really think of anything that would be more difficult than living in the 40s or something. Like life had to be a lot more difficult back then. I was gonna tie that into people being generally more unhappy, But at the
Well,
same time, it's like, what is harder today than living back then? I can't really think of anything. But I didn't live
No. I think you're onto something though, because I think that we live in a culture now where people don't interact except for with people that like their families, or maybe people that they've friends maybe they've had for years. But that's kind of like this isolationist mindset. And sometimes whenever people are isolated, people are not happy. That can bring on unhappiness too. And sometimes when people are like, oh, you need to get out and meet people, or you need to kind of, they are isolated. They're kind of lonely. And then they're like, well, no, I like being alone. But then they kind of turn more into themselves, and then they kind of become, I don't want to say like mean, but they just kind of become
incels.
They just kind of but if they're engaging with other people, if they have to, they can come off kind of brash, very kind of like curt in the way that they talk to people. Maybe they have social anxiety and they can't, so I think that can bring on unhappiness as well, because we do live in a culture where people are on their phones, on their computers. They don't engage with other people except for family or friends, and even sometimes they don't even talk a lot to family. It just depends on that individual. So I think it can, in a sense, if people are isolating, bring unhappiness. Sure. I see a lot of people shopping in the store. They got earbuds in. They ain't even trying to hear. And even if they're out and they're running, they got earbuds in. I mean, I walk, I have earbuds in. I listen to music, or I listen to a book, because I do audiobooks now. But I mean, when I'm out shopping or something, I don't have earbuds in. Like that's what I'm talking about. The isolationist mindset. I want the outside world out there, and I'm just in my own head. That puts you in your own head, and sometimes that's not always a good place to be. So it can kind of bring on some unhappiness, and then we can displace that onto other people that don't deserve it, and then that can kind of grow. So it's just something to think about. So spread happiness and love.
I do everything with earbuds in.
I know, because I'll call you, and then you're like, "What?" And then we did this last night.
What do you mean?
I called you. I was right in the living room. So I'm right in the living room, and Tristan is in his bedroom, and we're not that far. We don't have like a huge house. Okay. So I called him, and I'm like, I needed him. We were looking for one particular picture. I'm not going to tell anybody what the picture is. No. But I was looking for one particular picture of him whenever he was younger, and I found the picture, and I'm yelling for him, and nothing. So I had to pick up my phone and text him. and then he was like, and then here he comes, not even 2 minutes later. And then he was like,
I came right to you.
He's like, oh, I have my earbuds in.
No, I had actual headphones on, so I couldn't hear you.
I was like, this is ridiculous. I have to text
What do you mean?
Own son. My mouth is pretty big, and it carries. So it's not like I have a mousy voice.
Well, I didn't hear you.
You sound like Johnny. Like I called Johnny. I was like, babe, because I was in right in the house. Like, babe, and he was laying right there in the bedroom with the door open. And I was like, didn't you just hear me calling you? He was like, huh? What? I was like, so either people really can't hear me, or people are just ignoring me.
No, I wasn't.
It's one of those two things.
I was not ignoring you. Yeah. I just had my headphones on. That's all.
So to kind of put a button on this segment of the podcast is, people just need to, I just think it's important for people to, practice gratitude every single day. Be grateful just for waking up, despite your circumstances, because I know people have difficult situations. You wake up each day, be grateful for that.
Yeah.
You have a roof over your head, be grateful for that. Despite whatever's going on. There's a lot of people who don't.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And just Just like I said, just spread love.
You know what I'm grateful for?
Yeah.
Having a bidet.
See, that's what I'm saying. Little things. That's what I'm saying. Anything.
But let's talk about this for a minute. Bidets. Okay?
Oh my gosh. What is it about your bidet that you're grateful for?
I was just thinking about this earlier today when I was using the facilities at work.
Okay.
And I was like, why is there not a bidet here? There should be a bidet in every toilet in every public restroom.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I don't understand why. I think that's part of the reason why people are unhappy, because they have a dirty butt. Because they're not getting, you can't, listen.
Awesome.
Listen,
I love it.
I will never go back to not using a bidet, or if I don't have a bidet, I use wet wipes or whatever when I can. But
I have never used a bidet.
you have to get, I'm telling you, you'll never go back to not using one.
Really?
You'll never go. It's a life changer.
Is that impressive?
Listen, if you're just using toilet paper, you're not getting it all. You're just not.
Oh my God.
It doesn't matter how many times you wipe. You're not going to get it all.
Oh my gosh.
But with a bidet,
is that amazing?
yes.
Wow. I'll have to try that then.
You have to.
Wow. Okay. No, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Yeah.
It's a game changer.
I'll have to put it on. Well, when we move to our other house, I'll do that. I'll get one. Then. I'm not gonna get one while we're here.
Yeah.
I'll wait. But yeah, okay.
They even have
They
even have mobile ones you can take with you.
when you travel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, mobile. Of course,
Yeah.
Shante. Tell how my brain's working today. Yeah. Okay. I'll have to try it. I just haven't. I've been scared because like I've wanted to use the bidet that's in there, and then I'm like, I don't know what I'm like. I don't want to hurt myself.
Oh my God, you're not gonna hurt yourself.
I don't know. I think I just don't know. Has Mom tried it?
I don't think so.
She was supposed to do the podcast with us today. What happened?
She's in there eating a donut and ice cream.
She's probably like, you mess with my food right now. That's where I get that from. Because anytime I'm eating, I don't want to be bothered.
Yeah, me too. I get aggravated when people are trying to talk to me while I'm eating.
Oh, I do that to you. Is that why you're like, get out of my room?
Yeah.
I'm like, boy, I'm your mother. I can't talk to you.
Also, I don't want anyone to see how much junk I'm eating. So I'm like, get out of here.
Tristan, I'm your mom. I have seen, there's nothing that you could do that would surprise me.
No, yeah, I know.
I've seen just about everything.
I know. But yeah, like unless I'm like out eating,
yeah.
like, when I'm just eating by myself, I don't want to be disturbed.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I can't stand it. I can't stand to be bothered when I'm eating. It's my time to like, I'm enjoying my food.
Yeah.
And I just have to, it's amazing. Yeah. I made the best freaking like fajitas yesterday. They were really good.
Yeah. They smelled good.
Oh, they were amazing. It was this great recipe I got from the DDP yoga program that I'm doing right now. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Tristan said no free promotion.
We should see if they'll
sponsor our podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. I got like a new I'm supposed to do my measurements for my arms and my thighs and all that I put into the actual app.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I'm actually slacked off because I have to start back at week 1.
Why?
Because I fell off.
You haven't been doing it?
Yeah, I fell off. So I got to start back. I'm back. Like I could pick up where I started, but for me, I want to start back at week 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing I was eating the overnight oats, which are so good. The ones that I make in the mason jars and all that. Yeah, I'm buying like all of the. I got the protein powders. I've got the almond milk. I'm buying like all of the stuff I need for my recipes, and I'm buying like the organic chicken thighs and free range chickens, and I bought ground chicken and organic beet. Like I'm trying to kind of get away from the frozen foods and actually cooking stuff. And it's good. Like the fajitas I made were completely off of their program.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
It looked really good.
Yeah, like everything is cooked in olive oil. And just a little bit, just like a couple of tablespoons of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really good. So, and it was not overpowering. Like I didn't feel bloated after I ate it or anything. It was really good.
Yeah, that's the worst feeling.
Yeah.
After you eat, you feel like you're gonna explode.
Yeah. And Johnny ate it. He was like, "Oh my gosh, that was so good." Yeah. It was good. So I love the DDP yoga program. If you got, and I think you only pay like $45 every 3 months or something for it.
Yeah, that's not a bad
It's not
price at
bad. The exercise the exercises that you're doing on there are not extremely strenuous, and yeah, it's actually, and you do feel better after you do them. You do. Yeah. So I actually like it.
Well, yeah, stretching feels good.
Yeah, it really does. So I was doing that, and I was also doing the and then I was walking like a mile, and then it got cold, and then I wasn't walking. And I was like, I guess I could just put on a jacket, but you know.
How many steps do you think you take per day? Does it track on your phone?
Yeah, it tracks on my phone. It tracks on my watch because I wear my watch every day. I will usually do.
Look on your watch and see.
I did 2,494 steps today.
Oh, that's nothing.
Well, no, because I didn't do too much. No.
Guess how many steps I took today?
I don't know, 10,000.
No, less than that, actually, 8,000.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah, but
you're at work.
Yeah, but I drove all day, so usually it's more than that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I work from home, and then, I mean, you know, usually I don't get in as many steps as I would like to, you know. If I wasn't working from home, I would definitely get in more, you know, but no, I'm not. And then I have a job where I sit at a desk too. Even if I wasn't working from home, I would still be sitting at a desk and somewhere else. So I'm not getting as many steps as I would like.
Yeah.
So it's just how it is, you know. I don't know what else to say.
If you lived close enough to work, would you sell your car and just walk to work?
No. I could walk to work, you know. There would probably be days when I would walk to work if I worked that close.
Yeah, but you couldn't. You would have to.
But no, I would have to have
you have to have a car.
Oh my gosh.
In Florida, yeah.
In Jacksonville, you have to have a car.
Yeah.
You cannot not have a car here. You have to have one.
Yeah, and the public transportation is terrible.
Yeah, you can't not have one. And I've also started drinking lemon water.
Lemon water?
Mm-hmm. Just water with a lemon in it.
What, just for the taste?
No, it's supposed to be better for you.
You should put some salt in it, too.
Why?
Electrolytes.
Well, I mean, I'm just drinking freaking, you know, lemon water.
Well, that's fine. You know what's I really like is the avocado water.
No, I can't do avocados.
Remember they had it at the museum, the water with like the avocados. I think it was, no, not avocado. What is it? Cucumber.
Cucumber water.
Avocado water. Avocado water is crazy.
This is my child, y'all.
How would you even make that?
Don't make avocado water.
I was thinking of cucumber. Sorry.
Cucumber water.
Yeah.
You're fired. He's fired.
I'm just imagining avocado water just lumps them.
You're thinking, yeah. They probably do have something like that. You never know. People are always making something.
No, but cucumber water is really good.
Yeah.
It's really refreshing.
Yeah. I'm assuming it would. I could put cucumbers in my water.
Yeah. They had it at the museum one time. We went to the museum. They have
I probably didn't even drink it. I probably didn't drink it.
Yeah, you're not a real water drinker like me.
Oh, no. You've been drinking plain tap water since you were a newborn baby.
Yeah.
Always. They're like, put sugar in that water. I was like, Tristan don't need no sugar in his water.
Yeah,
He's always drank water like that. So.
But it's almost like an addiction. Like I'm addicted to water. I mean, I come home every day. This isn't filled up. This is water from last night. But I come home and fill this up every night
with water.
Yeah.
Well, don't drown yourself. You can't drink too much water. You have to have a balance.
It's not like I'm gonna drink 10 of them in a night. I
know.
usually don't finish it. I mean, sometimes I'm just really thirsty and I have to refill it. But
you need to go to the doctor. But we'll talk about that off camera.
Oh my goodness!
I'm just saying.
I drink water. It's good for you.
But if you're thirsty all the time, that can
no,
also be a sign of diabetes.
It's not that I'm thirsty all the time. I just like water. It's not like I'm drinking the whole thing and then refilling it and drink. No, it's not like that. It's not like I'm dying of thirst, or I'm like desperate for water.
Yeah, I'm glad that Mom's not in here. She'd be like, you need to drink more water too. Don't be getting onto him. So
yeah.
I'd be getting ganged up on right now. So yeah, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Okay.
Well, whatever.
Moving
on. What else? So you wanted to also focus on, we've just recently lost Gene Hackman, who was 95 years old, and he was found, him and his wife were found that they passed away in their home in Santa Fe, right? New Mexico.
Yeah.
What day was that? It was...
I don't know.
Thursday?
I don't know. It was I don't know. I don't know what day.
I think it was Thursday. I think.
I mean, the 17th, I guess, is when they either found them or when they announced it. I don't know.
Yeah, the 17th.
Wait, no. Oh no, I guess the 17th is because this is just from Wikipedia, and they just updated.
Don't do Wikipedia.
No, I'm saying they just updated it 4 minutes ago, and it says February 17th. I guess by now they have like a good estimation of when they passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So
because they were like mummified. They're starting to
So yeah, it says the 17th.
They're starting to like they say mummification.
But the news came out like a few days ago. I don't remember what day it was.
Yeah. So what do you think about the passing of Gene Hackman? What do you think about the whole because it kind of started off with like, he's 95, he's older, like he passed away. And then what did you think about when you heard the news about the dog being dead and bottle of pills being found by his wife and that he was in a completely different room?
I thought it was suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
It was really suspicious. The first thing I saw, it was just like an article, or it was TMZ or something, one of those, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But it just said Gene Hackman. I didn't see, it didn't even say anything about the dog. It just said Gene Hackman and wife found dead.
Right.
And then it said at that time, no suspicious circumstances or whatever. I was like, that's definitely suspicious.
Right.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like they're just both dead
mm-hmm.
at the same time. Like, or they're both found dead. Like, that's clearly suspicious. So, but most people, I probably thought this at first too. People thought that it was probably carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yes. Yeah.
Which at this point they've ruled out that it wasn't carbon monoxide poisoning.
Right. They didn't find anything.
No.
On their bodies, in their lungs, nothing like that. No. I don't know. It's what I found weird was like the dog was found dead
in the closet.
Yeah.
Apparently, I don't know if this is just something I saw in passing on the internet. I don't know if this is true, but apparently Jean had died like days before she died.
Yes. Yeah, I saw that too.
Which is very weird.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
Yeah. They said that his pacemaker stopped.
Yeah, that's right. That's where they got the date.
Yeah,
February 17th. That was the day.
His day. Yeah, his pacemaker stopped on the 17th.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know.
It's I don't. It's so weird.
He died on the 17th.
Yeah.
And then she died days later.
I think so. That's just something I saw. I don't know if that's true
or
not,
did she die the same day? You know.
That's the thing. That's the
question.
No way. But there's no way that they all just died at the same time.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't even make sense.
You know.
And there's no signs of foul play.
No.
No forced entry or anything like that.
Mm-mm. No, but they said that there was a door that was left ajar open, but I don't know.
What door? The front door?
Yeah. There was either a front door or a back door or something that was left open, or that was kind of cracked open. So yeah, there's a lot of suspicious activity. But I think that they did say that they were suspecting foul play. I believe, allegedly. I don't know. So, I don't know. I think that just came out.
Yeah, you already know there's going to be a documentary about this
I know.
In a week.
I know. And I think that like some people were like, well, you know, he was 95. I mean, yeah, of course, he's lived.
Yeah, it would be, nobody would be talking about it if it was just him that was,
right.
You know what I mean? But he was
old, right?
Yeah, he's 95 years old, but it's him and his wife
and the dog. Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like it wouldn't be a shock for him to be passed, like for his heart to stop, right? But I think it's, you know, but I think for her to be, because she was 65 years old. I mean, she wasn't like,
she's not that old.
She wasn't that old. And I don't know. It's really weird.
What are some theories? Give me a theory.
I don't have a theory. I don't know. I mean, did she find him dead and then did she take pills? And did the dog like freaking eat a pill? And the dog died from it? I don't know.
It's gotta be. I feel like it's gotta be poisoning.
You know,
it's gotta be some kind of poisoning. I think.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know anybody who would want to kill Gene Hackman. You know, I don't know anybody that would want to kill his wife.
Unless his wife wanted to kill Gene Hackman.
You know, I mean, it's very possible. It's very possible.
And then she just couldn't handle it, so.
And then she took her own life with pills. I mean,
and the dog. Why the dog though?
That's, you know, but I don't know.
Take the dog.
Well, there was another dog that was alive running around on the property.
Oh, was there? I didn't hear about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So one dog is dead and one dog is alive.
That's weird.
So you wouldn't, and I don't see her killing the dog. I mean, I just don't.
Then what? I mean, what else could have happened? It's too weird.
It is very weird.
It's too weird.
I agree.
Like it would be even less weird if the dog was alive. Like it's like the fact that the dog died too is super suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Or maybe I just thought of this. What if I don't mean to speak ill of the dead. I apologize. I'm not trying to disparage. You know, this is just a stupid theory. Okay. But what if she, whatever, let's say she poisoned Gene Hackman, poisoned her husband, and she couldn't handle it, and then she thought, I can't handle this, but if the dog's still alive in the house, guess what'll happen? The dog will eat them. Eventually, the dog is gonna eat them, because that's just what happens. So she's like, well, I got to get rid of the dog too. Because I don't want to be eaten, even if I'm dead. You know, I don't want my body.
That's really gruesome.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that's a possibility of
that's
why
like mob stuff.
That's a possibility of why the dog could have something could have happened to the dog because they didn't want the dog to eat them.
But there's still another dog alive.
Was it in the house? Was it inside of the house?
I think so. It's on the outside of the house, I believe.
Well, yeah. But
the other dog was seen running around the property. So either the dog got out of that house because the door was left ajar. So I think the other dog was in the house too. They wouldn't have one dog in the house and the other dog not in the house.
That's not true. That's entirely possible. That one could have been inside and one could have been outside.
I don't know. I think that I don't know what happened. I don't know.
But doesn't that make sense? Like, that would make
No.
sense. What do you mean? I'm saying as far as the dog goes, if there was foul play, it would make sense to get rid of the dog so that they don't get eaten. Because that happens. That has happened.
I mean,
A lot of people have died in their homes with an animal, with a pet, and they start eating them.
I didn't know dogs ate humans.
I think it's less common with dogs, and it's more common with cats, but dogs will do it too. I think it's just not as common as it is like with cats.
Oh.
Cats will just start eating you immediately. They're just monsters.
I knew I didn't like cats for a reason.
Yeah.
They have that weird eye.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a possibility, It's a possibility.
I don't mean to be insensitive. This is just...
Yeah. We do respect that they're...
Rest in peace, Gene Hackman. What was his name? Or his wife's name, I mean.
I can't pronounce her name.
Oh, my goodness. That's racist.
It's not.
That's racist.
It's not racist. I'm not being racist. Oh, my Lord.
Betsy Arakawa.
Her last name, Arakawa. Thank
Yeah.
you. Jeez, I'm not, no way. I'm racist. Yeah, but it's sad. Very, very much sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just always remember him in Mississippi Burning.
Yeah, that's what I remember him from too.
Yeah.
That was
Well, and then he played Lex Luthor in the Superman movies.
Yeah.
From the 80s. Yeah.
I think the only movie I've ever seen him in was
And The French Connection.
Was Mississippi Burning.
He
That I
played
remember. I'm sure I've seen him in other movies too. I just don't remember.
Yeah, he's played in a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He has. Yeah. So it's sad. It is sad. So very sad. Yeah.
It is.
But then it's like it's so crazy because there's been so many celebrity deaths over the last few days. It's just
I was thinking that too.
Like
yeah.
Gene Hackman, and then Angie Stone was a R&B singer that just died. I think like yesterday or the day before in a car accident. Her bus got hit.
Oh, it was a car accident?
Her travel bus got hit by an 18-wheeler and the bus flipped 3 times.
Oh my goodness.
I think she died at the hospital. And Angie Stone was like a neo-soul R&B singer. And I was like, dang. And then Roberta Flack passed away.
Yep, Roberta Flack too. Yeah.
And Gene Hackman. And I want to say there was somebody else in there somewhere. I'm sure I've missed. I think there was another celebrity death too.
Yeah.
So it's been like 4 people that have died. 4 celebrities that have died. Like in a week.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord is calling them home.
Yeah. But the thing is...
It's crazy. It's crazy.
But the thing is, though, I don't think it's really that crazy. I think it's just... Like, they're people. But because they're celebrities, there's more...
news about them.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So... But... And when... celebrities die like in succession, it seems like what's going on, why are all these celebrities, but they're just people, you know what I mean? It's not like there's some weird thing happening where
there's not. It's just life.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, it's life.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's life. But I mean, they're going to continue, like as far as like the Gene Hackman case. I mean, they're going to continue to investigate that. They're actually doing it quite quickly. But yeah, like they're being, I mean, I think they've already got their autopsies done. And then, I mean, they're trying to figure out what really happened, like what's really going on.
Oh, Hulu will find out.
Hulu will. There will be a documentary out this summer.
No, in a couple weeks.
If it's not on Hulu, it'll be on Netflix.
Yeah.
They're fighting for the rights to that right now.
Oh no, they're all gonna do one. I'm sure.
Yes, yeah, it's crazy, but it's but it's very sad, and I mean, it's just like he's, you see all these tributes and things. I'm sure they're gonna do a tribute to him tonight at the Oscars. I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Oh, the Oscars is tonight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're recording this on Monday.
Yeah.
I didn't know the Oscars was tonight.
This is Sunday.
Sunday. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry.
Because we usually record this podcast on Saturday like we're supposed to be doing. But yes, tonight is Sunday.
Yeah, you're right.
We're recording Sunday.
You're right.
And then, but yeah, this is...
I don't know what I was thinking.
Gosh.
I thought it was Monday.
The Oscars are... Now you're going to get me confused, thinking I got to go to work tomorrow or something. But no, yeah, the Oscars are tonight. I don't even watch the Oscars.
I was just about to ask you if you were going to watch. Do you watch any award shows?
I don't anymore. I used to watch them faithfully. Like in the 80s and 90s, I used to watch the Grammys, the Billboard Awards. I used to watch the Oscars. I used to watch the Golden Globes. I used to watch the Critics' Choice. I used to watch all of it. And
remember back,
the Emmys? I don't watch any of them
Remember
anymore.
back then the BET Awards was a huge thing. Remember Aunt Tracy? Because they didn't have cable, so they came over to the apartment to watch the BET Awards.
We need to watch the BET Awards.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, but I used to watch the BET Awards, and yeah, I just don't watch any of them anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, well, the viewership on all of them has steadily declined over the last however many years.
Because I think that I stopped watching the Grammys because, man, I'm sorry, it just looks too evil for me. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna apologize. It's just evil.
Well,
to me.
I wouldn't say. I think it's because of the one performance that Sam Smith did.
Yes,
and that has made some people not want to watch it.
No, I don't.
That was just one crazy performance.
No, that
like this year's Grammys. I didn't watch it. I only saw clips, but it looked really good actually. Like the show actually looked like they did a really good job on it.
Yeah, and then they were mad because Beyonce won Country Album of the Year. I was like, what?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I was like...
Well, she shouldn't have won that.
I was like...
She shouldn't have won Country Album of the Year, but because she won Album of the Year, they can't not give her Country Album of the Year.
Right.
Because you have according to us, you have the best album overall of the year.
Yeah.
So therefore, you would have to have the best country album.
Yeah.
Even though a lot of that album, there's like
a
lot of music that's not country music.
Yeah, they were mad.
Yeah.
Ooh, they were mad.
I would be too if I was a country artist and I made like a full length like actual country. She made some country songs that she put on an album. She also made some other kind of songs that she put on the album. So I would understand why a country artist would be upset about that.
Yeah, it would be like a country artist winning a rap album.
Yeah, well, yeah, it would
best rap album of the year.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, think about it. It really would kind of be like that.
Yeah, it would.
And they just had like
it's the same thing.
They mainly country, but they had a few rap lyrics, and you know what I mean. Like
it would be
songs.
The same thing.
It would be the same thing, and then they would be up in arms about it as well. So it goes both ways, you know. They said that she looked like she was surprised she won, but
that was fake.
I don't know if she
was acting.
I don't know.
Of course she knew. That's why she's there.
But they said that she came in like right before it was announced. Like she wasn't there the whole time.
That was clearly acting.
Yeah.
I don't think she was actually surprised. She clearly knew, or else she wouldn't have been there.
Yeah. It was like
artists that are on that level, they're not going to go to award shows if they're not winning.
Yeah.
Like they know if they're winning or not.
Yeah.
Before
that's why I don't watch award shows. That's why I don't watch them. Whether it is music, whether it is for films, they're all bought and paid for. Seriously. Like it's nothing about that business is genuine. It's not. It's not based on talent. It's not it's based on.
Well, I think sometimes it is based on like sometimes really talented people win.
But I think that because I mean there's a lot of independent films, and because when you think I'm serious, like think about. I'm not saying that people in the like that have been acting for years aren't talented. That's not what I'll rephrase that. I'm not. They're talented. But it's the same rotation of actors or of musicians that get nominated for things. Like, you might have some kind of new and up and coming artist. They have to throw a new person in there to kind of break up the rotation. But for the most part, you get these actors and actresses or musicians that keep getting nominations over and over and over. 13, 14, 12 nominations for things. And it's like there's
you don't think they deserve it?
I'm not saying that
there's been a lot.
I'm not saying that they don't.
Because there's been plenty of actors and musicians that have been nominated a bunch of times and never won anything.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they don't, but I'm just saying that they don't deserve it. But then there's some who get nominated a lot and win, and they don't deserve it because they don't put out the best performances,
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like a token trophy. Here you go. Probably because you paid the most money for it.
Yeah,
because it's just how the business.
Well,
I think
I don't think it works like that all the time. I definitely think, sometimes it's a favor.
Oh yeah, Yeah, you do this.
Like I think that
quid pro quo.
I think that the Beyonce, that was a favor. They felt like
Jay-Z bought that.
I'm saying, because remember last year he went up there and said 30 nominations or 30 Grammy wins, never won Album of the Year. This year she gets Album of the Year. Yeah. So they felt like they owed her that.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's, of course, I'm sure the album is great. She's obviously extremely talented.
Yeah.
But, at the end of the day, it's a favor that they felt like they owed.
Yeah. And
maybe they did. I don't know.
But I think that there's also, I'm not saying that Beyonce is not talented, but I'm just saying I think there's singers out there that are better than her too. Yeah. They're not getting that much exposure.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's about numbers too.
Yeah, it is. But you have to have people that they're not getting that amount of exposure. They're not getting opportunities.
But also what they'll do is they'll artificially elevate a new artist.
Yes.
Absolutely. People said that about Doechii. Do you know who Doechii is?
Yes.
Yeah. They said that about her, that she shouldn't have won Rap Album of the Year. I listened to the album. I thought it was a great album. She's a really good rapper, honestly. But some people feel like she's, what they call an industry plant. Where they're just going to push her on you. They're going to give her the awards. After you win an award, your numbers will shoot up. More numbers equals more money equals all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. I do believe that there are industry plants. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. They come out of nowhere. Yeah. I'm like, I haven't, it wasn't like, with Michael Jackson where you knew this kid was talented from from probably conception, okay? And so the entire Jackson family is talented in some way. Well,
they're kind of an outlier. That
entire family is talented. It doesn't matter. And so but it's just in the DNA,
Oh my God, Tito Jackson died last year.
Yeah, I know.
I just remembered that.
Yeah. But their whole family is like Paris Jackson. Like, she's talented. They've all got a talent. They've all got a talent in some kind of way. But it's just whether you want to say it's Michael, not his kid, whatever. Okay, but they've all got a talent in some kind of way. But there's
kind of had to get it beaten out of him, but.
Yeah, okay. Well, it got beat out of him, but he grew up and he was talented from a child, okay?
Yeah.
So you've seen this his whole life. And then you have these artists that come out of nowhere and then they're boom,
But that's actually not necessarily, I mean, that's definitely true sometimes, but there's a lot of these artists that have been working for a long time.
True.
And then it just takes one smash record. That's the case with Teddy Swims, who's huge now. He's been a musician
he did a lot of covers
for years and years.
Yeah,
I'm saying he didn't find like commercial success until the last year or so.
Yeah, but he did a lot of covers and things. Yeah, he did. But that one song,
Yeah.
And it just boom. But his concerts his tour tickets are insanely expensive. I'm like, hold up. I'm like,
well, they're all expensive now.
I'm like, so I guess I can't go see you because I'm not paying $200 for a concert ticket.
You think that's a lot? Try to go to a Beyonce concert.
I'm like,
you're not paying any less than like $600.
That's nuts.
for a ticket.
Like, so it's basically like only rich people can go to places.
That's how it's going to be. And I've heard people
It's
talk
so
about
stupid.
this, people that are in the music industry, that eventually concerts are going to be a luxury. They kind of already are. They're a luxury item.
Yeah.
It's a luxury to go to a concert now.
Yeah.
Whereas back in the day, you could have got it was $10, $25 for
Yeah.
a concert ticket to go see Nirvana.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now you're not paying any less than $100.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You
I
know.
was like, well, I guess I ain't going to see nobody because I'm not paying that.
But also, that's not really because of the artist. A lot of times, that's because of the ticket platforms or whatever. Is they're taking a big percentage of that money. You know?
Yeah, well, that's crazy. I'm not paying that money.
Yeah.
I would rather buy a piece of art. I'm serious. Yeah, I will buy a piece of art from Billy Zane's collection.
Oh my God. Billy Zane, really?
He does. He makes art. Yes.
I believe you.
Yeah. You should go on his website.
I'm not interested.
Yes, I would. But even if it's from him or anybody else, I would rather buy a piece of art. If I'm going to pay $250 for a freaking concert ticket, I would rather have a piece of art that I will have for
but
as long as I live.
You're paying for an experience.
If I'm gonna pay almost $300, $250, $275 for a ticket, one ticket, I want some VIP. Come on. I'm not paying that just to sit there for 2.5 and 3 hours, and then probably 30 minutes of that y'all just gonna be playing instruments trying to kill time.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're ripping me off.
Yeah.
You know, so I'll go buy a piece of art, hang it up on my wall, and I'll have it for however long I'm on this earth.
Who's one artist where you'll pay any amount of money to see them? Like, it doesn't matter. You would pay any amount of money to see them.
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Dead or alive?
No, I can't do that if they're dead.
Okay, alive then.
That's a terrible question.
I'm saying dead or alive. Like,
I can't do dead. It has to be an artist that's alive.
Oh my God.
An artist that's alive. Excuse me.
That's why I'm saying there might not be a lot. There's a lot of great artists that are past now that you know.
I mean, of course, well, if we're going to do dead, I mean, absolutely Michael Jackson would have to be the one. My top.
I think so. I think for me too.
Michael Jackson and Jimi Hendrix would be my two.
Those are my two also.
I mean, that are dead. Anybody that I would want to see that's alive.
That you would pay any amount of money for.
That I would pay any amount of money to
Let's
see
say
alive?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Billy Zane live in concert. I'm sure he plays guitar too.
He probably does.
Yeah.
Most artists do. Most actors do.
Yeah, he probably writes folk songs.
And he probably does. His sister's a musician, so I'm sure he is.
Oh
too.
my God.
I told you I know a lot about Billy Zane. That's what his big fans do. I don't know. Wow, if I had to think this long, then probably nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't think of one person.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody for me either alive
that I would pay any amount of money to see. I just like that's bad
or
because
let's say who's like the most you would pay to see, like, you know what I mean?
Oh Lord. I'm even trying to think of some bands I would go see.
It's probably Chris Daughtry or something. You would go see.
I would pay to go see Chris Daughtry, absolutely.
But I mean, you wouldn't pay like $1,000 to go see Chris Daughtry.
No.
Oh
my gosh. I'm trying to think. Man, I have no idea.
There's nobody. It's okay.
That's bad because you think about like, and then I'm thinking about some of the bands I like, but they're old.
Yeah.
They're like old. I'm like, I'm really trying to figure out one. I'm even thinking about my t-shirt. Like I of course love AC/DC.
Yeah, but you wouldn't pay the most to see them. Who would you pay the most to see?
Mm. I really don't know.
Oh my goodness.
You can't even think of somebody.
I can't.
So don't tell me. I'm even trying to think if there's like somebody that I wanted to see like last year that came to town that I didn't get to see. Because there's a lot of people that come to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
That I didn't get to see. I'm not a huge fan of Justin Timberlake. I wouldn't pay any amount of money to see him.
Any amount?
I said I wouldn't pay any amount.
That's what I'm saying. You wouldn't pay any amount to go see Justin Timberlake?
No.
No?
I mean, no. I mean, I like him, but I wouldn't pay any amount of money. Like,
I see what you mean. I thought you meant like you just wouldn't go see him at all. I thought that's what you meant.
I would go see him, but I wouldn't pay any amount of money to go see him. Somebody gave me a free ticket, I'd go see him.
You know,
I can't think of, like, I cannot, literally, I'm sitting here trying to rack my brain and think, like, who would I want to go see? And I cannot.
You know what? Man,
I really can't.
I think about this, like,
that's bad.
Dead or alive, I would want to, like, go back in time to, like, see Bach.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, never having heard, like, never having been to a concert and then going to see, like, Bach for the first time. Those people's minds were probably blown to smithereens because they'd never heard anything like that before.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, and I love classical music.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I would pay any amount of money to see Broadway shows. Like, I would probably pay any amount to go see Wicked, any amount to go see Phantom, like Phantom, anything like that. I would rather pay any amount of money to go see anything on Broadway.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I would rather do that than to see any other musician. Honestly, I would.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like my bucket list of something to do is to go to Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to do. But I'm going to drive. I'm not going to fly to New York. I'm going to drive. So, yes.
Ridiculous.
No, I'm not. It will take the same amount of time.
No, it doesn't take the same amount of time. What are you talking about?
No, you didn't let me finish my sentence, okay?
Go ahead.
So it'll take the same amount of time as it takes for us to drive from here, from Jacksonville to Missouri, as it will from here to New York. It is not.
Yeah, but it's like a 3-hour flight.
I don't care. I'm not getting on no freaking plane.
Oh my goodness.
Not until they stop falling out of the sky.
They're never going to stop falling out of the sky.
Well,
they've always fallen out of the sky.
well,
it's just you're paying more attention to it.
No.
Yes.
It's just that it's happening more now.
It's not though.
It is. We're not getting into this podcast because this ain't about the planes. We've already talked about it for 2 podcasts. I'm not doing it. I will drive to New York, okay? But yes, I want to go see a Broadway show. And so I want to do that next year. I want to go and do that either next spring or for New Year's. That's my goal. That's what I want to do. If I could ever save money.
Yeah.
Going with or without you guys. So it doesn't matter.
Well, I'm flying.
Well, no, somebody's got to drive with me.
No, I'm flying there. So.
You have to drive with me.
Oh my goodness.
And then we have to like record it for the podcast.
Yeah.
We have to record the trip and make little snippets and stuff.
Yeah, we could do that.
So yeah, that's our road trip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah. And then pick out what Broadway shows we want to do and where we're going to stay and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to do that next spring. I would like for us to plan a trip to New York.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be really fun, actually.
Yeah. And figure out where we're going to stay and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should do it.
So before we wrap this up,
yes.
This is something I forgot that we should have talked about.
Well, we can do it next week.
I'll just mention it real quick. The fact that Hooters is going bankrupt. This is really saddening news for a lot of people.
Oh my God. I thought you were going to say something really important.
That is important. That's important for a lot of people. People are really heartbroken that Hooters is going bankrupt. I don't know if they're going out of business. I don't think they're going out of business, are they?
I haven't even heard this news.
You haven't? I think they're just going bankrupt. And the thing is, like, Red Lobster went bankrupt too. They're still in business, even though they shut down a lot of places.
I thought that you were going to be like, I have something really important to say. And it was going to be like some big, like horrible news. And you're like, Hooters is bankrupt.
Yeah,
what?
they're going back. They're shutting down stores because they're bankrupt.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying, for a lot of people, that was very saddening news.
Have you even been to Hooters?
Yeah, I've been to Hooters.
Didn't we take you to Hooters?
Yeah, you guys took me to Hooters when I was little.
Bad parenting.
I had the time of my life. No, it's like a rite of passage for every American boy to go to Hooters. But that's the thing. Like, if they go bankrupt and close, like, they're not going to have that in the future. That experience, you know. I mean, that's like a real, like, experience when you're a kid to go to Hooters for the first time as an American. It is. Just saying.
As it's the American male's rite of passage.
Yeah.
Is to go have their father or mother take your young man to Hooters to see his first set of Hooters. There you go.
Yeah.
Women in tight shirts and hot pants.
Mm-hmm.
Hot pants.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's what we're ending on. That's what we're ending on. Yeah, because I was not going to talk about that next week. No, and then all right, we're done. So anyway, we're gonna have, I think, hopefully, Miss Wanda on for our next week's segment. I don't even know anymore. He threw me off with that damn thing.
That's important news.
Hooters is going bankrupt. I just don't know what to do. If I can't go to Hooters anymore, what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
You don't even go to Hooters.
So?
You went one time.
I might have went twice. I don't remember. I might have went twice. It doesn't matter.
I'm done with you.
Anyway.
We're ending this. I'm done with him. I'm done with you. I can't.
Well, we appreciate you guys watching.
We appreciate you guys listening to us ramble, because we can never stay on topic. We just need to come in and get straight to our topic. We have to have a more structured podcast.
It's fine. The people love it.
People are like, bloop, bloop, bloop. I can't deal with them. They talk too freaking much about nothing.
That's what podcasts are, talking about nothing. That's exactly what they are.
I don't know. I've listened to podcasts and they're like, hey, we're going to talk about da 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 da.
Yeah, but
and
they're just posh.
That's posh?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like they're bougie podcast? Is that what you mean?
I don't know what I'm saying.
He's like, yeah, they're structured. We're not structured. That's not our niche. We don't know what our niche is yet. We're just a mother and son who just talk a lot of mess.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you're here for.
Well, we do want to thank all of our subscribers. Thank you so much. Remember to like, comment, and share our content if you dig it.
Mm-hmm.
As they said on The Warriors, can you dig it? And we hope you can.
Yeah.
All right.
So this has been episode 43 of the Tay and Tristan Hour.
All right.
We'll see you guys next week.
All right. Peace, you guys.
Rest in peace, Hooters.